There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them. There's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Here comes the heat. Moves around to clear up the vision. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The short hands. It's crease corn. Turning it on. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Scanning the field, it's Matthews. Working that left side now. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Makes the catch. It's Denmark. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him. He tackles him for no gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Rush is on him. He'll pull it down and run. Finds a crease at the 20. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a 1st down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
And we've already seen it a couple times now. Like, he is more than willing and actually quick. He's quick to get those puppies moving and get out the pocket and go scramble and make a play. If this defense is paying attention, his feet is a big part of this game plan.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Smith. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Nittany Lions line it up with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. They're trying to slam it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. From the gun, running back gets to give. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. On the move, it's Hester. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
To throw, it's Underwood. Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Hester. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Finds his big tight end. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines are on the move. Rides the back on the option to give. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the 1st. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Wolverines trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Back to throw, it's Matthews. There's the pressure. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll try to get outside. Find some fresh air. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. That's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
On the run, deep down the right side. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Looking for a man. It's Matthews. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
But how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Scrambling away. He's going to run it. At the 20, he's got space. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments. Wide out level noise. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties. They keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Finds a man on the right. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The give to the tailback. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Underwood. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And that is no good. And here in the 2nd quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Leaves it with the back. Breaks the tackle. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They feed him again.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. The pitch to the left. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then an offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
And the Nittany Lions come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw. It's Matthews. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver, for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Buys a little time. Quickly out to the tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Denmark. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Spits it out to the back. Hits the open man. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He's looking deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Under fire. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves him in a hole. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Sends it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 4th down, looking to pass. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made it.
Oh, he's got some space. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
The Nittany Lions just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets the first down. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And the Nittany Lions have taken it inside the 20. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. He's looking to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Smith. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts, and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
The Nittany Lions in the hurry up. Now the play fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Handoff to the lone back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I think one of the keys of this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
To the air, it's Underwood. Fires to the big fella. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. On the ground, the tester nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught in the backfield, it's Hansen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
These old girders are racking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. A low line drive and not his best work. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Really nice run there. You've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the 3rd quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he is looking really good.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll run the option. Touchdown, Penn State! Great job by the back on the option. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Nebraska is just getting blown off the field right now. I've seen some stinkers in my day. This one smells like a pasture. How's that for descriptive? They're trailing by 14 to Oklahoma. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. There's a reason they call it linebacker U, and class is in session getting that sack.
I mean, big-time playmakers at the linebacker spot all throughout their history that know how to get to quarterbacks and know how to make big-time plays.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on first down and a quarterback hit on second down. Got to do a better job.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Nice throw, nice catch. You know, I like when you work that slot and you throw that slant to him. It's an easier throw than throwing to a guy way out wide. A lot of times I find that matchup I want in the slot, and I go attack it.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Looking for a man, it's Underwood. Going downfield for the big play. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Ball down at the 45-yard line, and that's the kind of ball hawking a defensive coordinator loves to see.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he'll be brought down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Nice execution by this defense. One of the strengths of this offense is third down. They're really good at it. They were ready. Nice job getting the guy on the ground, forcing the fourth down.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
To the air, it's Underwood. Fires to the right. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pressure coming. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving the stadium with it.
Smith takes the handoff. Dick got some room in into the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. He's going to get a property tax bill in the end zone because this guy is spending a lot of time there. He might start taking aim at some of those Nittany Lion touchdown records.
Yeah, and those are some records. I mean, you start talking about Larry Johnson and Saquon Barkley and all the Kajana Carter going back. I mean, so many great running backs at Penn State. To be on that list, to be talked about in that vein, I think you're having yourself a day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle. He unleashes a long one. He's got it along the sideline. Touchdown, Michigan. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll send the back in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
All right, sense of urgency now has to go through the roof for this team. They needed their defense to come up with that turnover right there. So if you're on offense, you got to get these plays called. You got to get aggressive, take some shots, because you can now go and win this game.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, they've got a ways to go if they're going to win this game. It's all about getting the drive started. They come away with a positive play to get this thing going. Let's see what they can do now.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Under fire. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. To the air on 2nd down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it is basically desperation point now. Their defense has to come up with a quick takeaway or at least get a fast 3 and out to give themselves a chance to crawl back into this one.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half, and here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That's reeled in. It's Denmark. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll sneak it. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Makes the grab. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit, because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He will not pick up the 1st down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it. But now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Sends it back in motion. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the ground, it's Robinson. He breaks a tackle. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The toss to the right. Turning it on! He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Here comes the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
And the Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone, and it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
zone. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Here's a throw downfield late. Fires it incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Takes a shot as he lets it go. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
He's not afraid to go deep. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Wants to pass. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Unleashes to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, I like the response by this defense. They've given up some yards, gotten all the way down here near the goal line. But 2 straight plays, 2 straight incompletions, now forcing a 3rd down. They'll be happy.
And he's got it for the late touchdown, but probably a little too late, barring just an epic finish.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Lining up for the onside kick, just a few seconds to play, and they will need a miracle. The hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. Goes to the knee, and that will wrap it up, and their magical season continues.